This week we heard again a promise that a vaccine for COVID-19 is coming very soon. We hear that every day, don't we? This is good news, even though it's going to take many months for everyone to receive this promising next step needed to intervene in the pandemic that's ravaging our country. The word is things are terrible now, but there is a tomorrow. Comfort, my people. We may feel like we're in exile from the life we used to know, the way we expect to live in the month of December. We may feel like we're abandoned. We may feel like we're living in this wilderness of hopelessness. We long to go home. We long to gather with our family and friends. I know we all felt this at Thanksgiving. Our table at home was way too big for three of us, and the noise level was like non-existent, and I missed the noise. The prophet Isaiah speaks to people who feel that they are abandoned and are suffering. They've lost their land, they've lost their king, they've lost their temple, they are hostages in Babylon. And Isaiah speaks to the people who are questioning what they thought they knew. Their security is shattered. Everything in their structured life is gone. They had lost any reason to hope. Comfort, my people, speaks the prophet. The prophet brings these healing words, tender words, hopeful words to hurting people feeling crushed by life. And Isaiah paints a picture. As Isaiah proclaims that God is making a way through this exile and through this wilderness, just as God has made a path for the people of Israel before. And in the same way, we come together in that hope that God is making a road, that God is preparing a way, that God is making a way through what we are experiencing right now, a wilderness for many of us of loneliness and aloneness and fear, and the experience that the world looks the same, but it is so different in our day-to-day life. And the prophet speaks to us with these words of poetry, of comfort, of hope. Lots of things may wither and fade away, but God's steadfast love endures forever. Do you hear these words of comfort, these words of promise? Do you hear that we can count on the God who led the people of Israel from Egypt through the wilderness into a new land? So God is journeying with us. These words from the prophet are words of hope from a compassionate God who stays with us on the journey. Whenever I hear the words, "Prepare ye the way of the Lord," I cannot help but hear the song from the musical Godspell. And I know I'm showing my age, and I told Ron I wish Ray was here because I would have had Ray stand up and start to sing it. But if those of you are familiar with the musical, in the first scene of Godspell, John the Baptist comes on stage and in a singular voice starts to sing, "Prepare ye the way of the Lord." And he sings it over and over and over again as one by one others join him on the stage singing. That single voice moves to a chorus that is filled with joy and hope. And we in the audience want to clap along to this joyous beat of "Prepare ye the way of the Lord." You know how it goes. But with that scene, we enter into the story of Jesus' ministry. And we enter knowing that God is walking with us on this road of possibility. And the hesitation in the crowd is overcome with hope. And hope nestles in the heart as the possibility for new life. It's not as if every crooked thing in life became straightened out all of a sudden with Jesus. It's not as if every crooked thing gets straightened out when Hosea speaks these poetic words or when John preaches that fiery sermon. Rather, these are words that invite us to open our hearts to possibilities with God, to imagine a new world, a transformed world, our lives being made new, a world of peace, a world with justice. Some of us today may say it's only words. What good do words do? But we know that words can help us to imagine. They can help us to imagine a new reality that it can emerge in our midst. Words can give us hope and tell us not to give up. As many times as I hear the speech that Martin Luther King Jr. shared in August of 1963 at the March on Washington, I am always in awe of how the words from that speech and so many of his other speeches and sermons created an expectation that a new world was possible. Many of us know the story that originally all of those words about "I have a dream" were not part of his speech. He took it out. It was not part of the original speech. He was preaching and speaking, and the crowd was erupting with cheers and emotion, and people on the platform encouraged him to go on as he kept on speaking. And it was gospel singer Mahalia Jackson who called out to King as if they were in church, "Tell him about the dream, Martin," because they had had a conversation about the dream. And the rest is history. And we know that speech now is, "I have a dream." And he began to preach, "I have a dream." And he painted a vision of a world that he truly believed was possible. And so did everyone hearing that day. And in that speech, King quotes from the text we heard today from Isaiah 40, that "I have a dream, that one day every valley shall be exalted, every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together." King dreamed of a better world and worked to make that happen. Isaiah dreamed of a better world and invited people to live into that dream and to not lose hope. God dreamed of a new world for us and sent Jesus so that we could learn once again what it means to live in a world with hope, possibility, justice, and peace. So once again, we hear these words during this season of Advent: comfort, comfort my people. And this year they speak to my heart more directly than ever before, calling us to hold on, that comfort is coming, the deep comfort of knowing that our God makes a way out of no way, that God's love makes a way for hope. So let us stay the course. Let us not grow so weary of the journey that we forget the promises of God, because God's glory will be revealed to us and through us. So may we prepare for the ways that God will enter our lives, for God is with us in steadfast love and grace. Thanks be to God. Amen.